On my mirror, start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach, there's a pain. You walk in my direction, I go the other way.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kaylin and we are back with another video. This is part 2 of the Amazon book haul. So I'm ready to see what else it is that I bought because I totally forgot. Y'all see I took my hair out. We are back to our natural hair and it's giving bob. One thing y'all will learn about me is my hair switch up is crazy, okay? So just know, I change my hair often all the time, but this is my natural hair. Let's get into these books, all right? Oh, this is what I'm excited for. Divine Rivals. This is so pretty. This is by Rebecca Ross. Wow. The cover is gorgeous. So in my other video, my vlog, I told you guys, well, I showed you guys that I got the second one, Ruthless Vows. So I bought the second one from Barnes & Nobles and I had ordered this one on Amazon. So this is long awaited. I hear this is so good and that a lot of people like it. So no God, no creature, no war can come between them. When two young rival journalists find love through a magical connection, they must face the depths of hell in a war between gods to seal their fate forever. After centuries of sleep, the gods are warring again, but 18-year-old Iris Winnow just wants to hold her family together. Her mother is suffering from addiction and her brother is missing from the front lines. Her best bet is to win the columnist promotion at the Oath Gazette. To combat her worries, Iris writes letters to her brother and slips them beneath her wardrobe door, where they vanish into the hands of Roman Kit, her cold and handsome rival at the paper. When he anonymously writes Iris back, the two of them forge a connection that will follow Iris all the way to the front lines of battle for her brother, the fate of mankind, and love. Divine Rivals is an epic enemies to lovers fantasy novel filled with hope and heartbreak and the unparalleled power of love. This seems so interesting. Again, I just like see these books and I put them on my list because I just hear that they're so good, but I never actually really read what they're about. But this actually sounds very interesting. I like the fantasy element. I like the romance, but I like that it seems like there's a lot of real stuff going on in the character's life with like her mom and her brother missing. So this seems like it's going to be very interesting and different. So I'm excited to get into this. And then the second one as well. Y'all, I'm just so stressed because when am I going to read all these? Like, I just don't know. I mean, I know we have all year, but it's like they all sound so good. All right, let's go next. I'm excited for this one. This is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I have seen this thing a lot lately, and I actually went to Lauren Roberts' Instagram and looked at a lot of her posts and like read about her and like her whole story about how she like was writing this book. And y'all, I'm ready for this. This is so cute. First of all, like the cover is everything. So this is Only the Extraordinary Belong to the Kingdom of Ilya, y'all. That's the only thing about these fantasy books. These words. The exceptional, the elites. The elites have possessed powers for decades, gifted to them by the plague, while those born ordinary are just that, banished from the kingdom of Ilya and shunned from society. No one knows this better than Peyton Gray. Well, I like that name. An ordinary posing as a sidekick to blend in with the elites. But when she unwittingly saves one of the Ilya's princes, Kai Azer, she's thrown into the purging trials, a brutal competition showcasing the elite's powers. If the trials and the opponents within them don't kill her, the prince she's fighting feelings for will if he discovers what Peyton is, completely ordinary. Okay, that sounds really interesting. And I'm liking that the pages kind of have like floral designs on them, so that's different. I like this. This is like a really cute book. Like comparing the sizes of the hardcovers, I like the size of this one. Like it's just a little bit smaller. It feels better to hold. I like this. Next we have Lisa Jewell. None of this is true. So I showed you guys I had gotten one of her other books when she was gone. This is the other one that I have been seeing everywhere. When a famous podcaster interviews a stranger promising to divulge the story of a lifetime, secrets emerge that threaten to expose the truth of the lives they both worked hard to project and protect. Celebrating her 45th birthday at the hot new local pub, popular podcaster Alex Summer crosses paths with an unassuming woman called Josie Fair. Josie, it turns out, is also celebrating celebrating her 45th birthday. They are, in fact, birthday twins. A few days later, Alex and Josie bump into each other again, this time outside Alex's children's school. Josie has been listening to Alex's podcast and thinks she might be an interesting subject for her series. She tells Alex, on the cusp of great changes in her life. Josie's life appears to be strange and complicated, and although Alex finds her unsettling, she can't quite resist the temptation to keep going on the project. Slowly, she starts to realize that Josie is hiding some very dark secrets, and before she knows it, Josie has inveigled her way into Alex's life and into her home. But as quickly as she had arrived, Josie Fair disappears. Only then does Alex discover that Josie has left a terrible and terrifying legacy in her wake, and that Alex has become the subject of her own true crime podcast, with her life and her family's lives in grave danger. Ooh. #1 New York Times bestselling author Lisa Jewell delivers the book of her career in this absolute show-stopping work of She Said, where two women collide on their birthday night, forcing an unforgettable reckoning between two women with huge but very different ambitions for their lives. I'm excited for that. That sounds like a lot is going on in there. So the next book is Daisy Hates. I am not going to read the back of this because I have yet to start this series. I have Magnolia Parks down here, and this is actually, I picked this up a while ago, but I have this one, so I was like, let me get the second one, because if I already probably know I'm gonna like it, but when I'm finished the first one, I'm gonna need the second one right after that. So I picked up that. I should be ashamed of myself, okay? Love Theoretically, Allie Hazelwood. I have yet to read one of her books. I have The Love Hypothesis here. I've seen this one everywhere. That's gonna be my thing. All right, y'all just know I've seen this everywhere. I've seen every book everywhere. That's why I got it. The many lives of theoretical physicist Elsie Hanaway have finally caught up with her. By day, she's an adjunct professor toiling away at grading labs and teaching thermodynamics in the hopes of landing tenure. By other day, Elsie makes up for her non-existent paycheck by offering her services as a fake girlfriend, tapping into her expertly honed people-pleasing skills to embody whichever version of herself the client needs. Honestly, it's a pretty sweet gig until her carefully constructed Elsieverse comes crashing down, because Jack Smith, the annoyingly attractive and arrogant older brother of her favorite client, turns out to be the cold-hearted experimental physicist who ruined her mentor's career and undermined the reputation of theorists everywhere. And he's the same Jack Smith who rules over the physics department at MIT, standing right between Elsie and her dream job. Elsie is prepared for an all-out war of scholarly sabotage, but those long, penetrating looks, not having to be anything other than her true self when she's with him, while falling into an experimentalist orbit, finally tempt her to put her most guarded theories on love into practice. Okay, now this one sounds good. I'll have to go back and read what The Love Hypothesis is about. But that one actually sounds like that one's gonna be real good. So next we have Terms and Conditions. This is the second one in the Dreamland Billionaire series by Lauren Asher. I am not going to read the back of this because y'all saw in part 1. I got the fine print. Where did I put these books? Oh, I got the fine print and I didn't read that one yet. So we got the second one. Then I got Still Beating, and can we just get into the cover? It's gorgeous. Like, this is why I like physical books. They are gorgeous. Oh, they bent my book up a little bit. Ooh, that's the only thing about getting things from Amazon. All right, Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. When Cora Lawson attends her sister's birthday party, she expects at most a hangover or a walk of shame by the end of it. She doesn't anticipate a stolen wallet, leaving her stranded and dependent on her sister's fiance, Dean Asher, her arch nemesis and perpetual thorn in her side. And she really doesn't anticipate getting knocked out and waking up chained in a madman's basement, Dean in his own shackles beside her. After 15 years of teasing, insults, and never-ending pranks, the ultimate joke seems to be on them. The two people who always thought they'd end up killing each other must now work together if they want to survive long enough to escape. Ooh. But Cora and Dean don't know that their abductor has a plan for them. A plan that will alter the course of their relationship, blur the line between hate and love, and shackle them to each other long after they are freed from their chains. They're in this together, no matter what their unexpected bond might cost them. Not her sister's fiance. Ooh, they can't all be on my February TBR. Now I see why people read like 100 to 150 books a year, because How else do you get through all these books? They all sound so good. The day I'm filming this is Stuff Your Kindle Day, and because I'm kind of putting myself on a book buying ban, I bought some books that were free. I still have to look through the rest of them. There was like 400 pages of free books today, so I mean, you'll miss it now when you see this video, but I'll probably do a video on the books that I got from Stuff Your Kindle Day. If you guys are interested, let me know down below, but I'll probably do it anyway. So next I got this book called A Court of Winter by Krista Street. So I'm kind of trying to get into my fantasy era. There were a lot of other books that I wanted to order, but I ordered them and then Amazon did not bring me my package. So then I just ordered some other ones. So there's still some more, but if you have fantasy recommendations for me, please leave them down below. I'm trying to get more into that world as well, even outside of Sarah J Maas. So this is book 1. I guess this is a series, and it says, being a defective marks me in the eyes of the solace fae, wingless, magicless, weak. To my kind, I'm nothing, not when strength is needed to survive the perpetual snow and ice that shrouds our northern continent in endless winter. But I've persevered, living a meaningful yet simple life with my sister, until the hated crown prince of the winter court thunders into our village. Prince Nurvan's massive black wings and potent magic cloud my senses and steal my breath. He's beautiful yet brutal, so when he whisks me away and locks me in his castle, I'm certain my death is tomorrow's promise. Yet my end doesn't come, not when the prince looks at me with hunger in his gaze while revealing the true reason for my abduction. Now I'm faced with an impossible choice: either join forces with the hated prince who's robbed me of everything I love, or watch our kingdom start a devastating war. So just like I liked ACOTAR and like all the action and everything, like I lived for the action. That was what I truly enjoyed out of ACOTAR, and you know I like the romance too, but I like both elements. So this sounds right up my alley. If you've read this, let me know, but we're gonna get into that. Next is Icebreaker. I heard that this is spicy, okay, but we're here for it. So this is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I have heard that this book is very good and that people really enjoyed it, but that is super spicy. So Anastasia Allen has worked her entire life for a shot at Team USA. It looks like everything is going according to plan when she gets a full scholarship to the University of California, Maple Hills, and lands a place on their competitive figure skating team. Nothing will stand in her way, not even the captain of the hockey team, Nate Hawkins. Nate's focus as a team captain is on keeping his team on the ice, which is tricky when a facility's mishap means they are forced to share a rink with the feature skating team, including Anastasia, who clearly can't stand him. But when Anastasia's skating partner faces an uncertain future, she may have to look to Nate to take her shot. Sparks fly, but Anastasia isn't worried, because she could never like a hockey player, right? I love it. I love romances. Love them. Okay, then the last book that we have is Untouchable by, I think it's Sean. This was something that I seen in one of Shaughnessy's videos, and I take all her recommendations because she be putting me on to the books. And one thing that I want to do is diversify my reading a little bit more. I decided to read a whole bunch of different things by all kinds of authors. So this is Untouchable. It's a novel. Ever since Tallulah Evans walked up to me with her gap-toothed smile and told me her name means princess, I've been entranced. For the last 20 years, we've been there throughout each other's storms, and somewhere along the line, I fell in love, deep in love. There is nothing I wouldn't do for her, which is how I found myself caught up in agreeing to be her friends with benefits, knowing I wanted more, needed more. The problem is Tallulah isn't looking for more, and I get that. She's been burned more than once and isn't trying to repeat the cycle, but it's becoming harder to compartmentalize my feelings for her when all I want is everything when it comes to her. And it's, I met the love of my life when I was 10 years old. Oh, I love this. Is like gonna be a easy book to read. It's very like spaced out and the pages are big. Nice. This sounds nice, and it's a dual POV, so that's nice. So we'll hear from him and her. This sounds like it's gonna be good, and I like the cover. The cover is like all the notebooks that I buy. It's very pretty. Y'all, we done made it through. We done made it through them all. All right, y'all, so these are all the books that I got for part 2 of the Amazon book haul. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that I maybe gave you some books that you haven't heard of yet. I'm interested to reading them, and we will see what we get into next month. So stay tuned for the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.